Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode I will be reviewing the Duracell Daylite LED 160 lumen 4 watt flashlight. So I bet you're all saying the last thing I need is another flashlight, and I bet you're also saying the last thing I want to watch is another review of a flashlight. But hear me out. There's something special about this flashlight, and that is that it's supposed to have a very clean white light, not all, with black lines and the white, sort of a more consistent white light. And I was actually looking for a flashlight that was like this. Now this particular one uses the CR123 batteries, 2 of them. And they do have other versions of this flashlight that use AAA batteries, and I think they might even have some other variants, but I wanted to get the one that was the brightest. This one is the 160 lumen 4 watt. Let's take a look and see how long it delivers that light, and it doesn't really say. So anyway, no black spots, and it also gives you a nice consistent light across the entire focus range, and it allows you to focus at the spot. So this is something I was really looking for, so we'll go ahead and open it up and see what we got. And of course I will be opening up my blister pack with, nope, don't need them. Don't need my open-its because, look at that. Maybe they got sued too many times with those other stupid packages. I love it when they do that. Alright, so how do you get the flashlight out? There we go. Now I already see one issue with this flashlight that I'm not crazy about. And as a matter of fact, most of the flashlights I own have this same issue. And that is, they roll. See that? That kind of sucks. And I know there are a lot of tactical flashlights that solve that problem. They're not made perfectly cylindrical. Most of my flashlights sort of roll. I don't have too many that don't. So, let's take a close look at it. It's tactical black, except for that copper end, but it's Duracell. Oops, we're testing out the durability. I'm going to leave that in because we're keeping it real. We have the copper end here. Unscrews. And we'll go ahead and pop the CR123s in there. And we'll close it up. See how clean that light is. It is a very nice light. So, okay. And you can focus this light, so let's go ahead and focus it, as you can see. But I'll go ahead and put it up against the wall, and we can compare this against some other flashlights. Okay, here's my wall. And I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of flashlights here. I have a mag light. We'll see how that looks against the wall. And you can see, there's no lines or anything. Doesn't look very bad. But it does have it's very focused on a very fine spot, and you can't really do too much about it. Now here is my favorite flashlight. This is one of the Coleman's. And as you can see, let me try to, I can't back up unfortunately. I'm going to bring this down so you can see the outer ring and the inner ring. And it's really not, the inner ring there, this one, or the inner light, is actually a little bit bigger. It's not quite as a pinpoint spot, and it does have a pretty good outer light. I'm going to turn out the light here. Should make it a little bit better. Alright, so you can see I have the inner and the outer. Let's go back to that other flashlight really quick. One of these mag lights, and again you can see it has an outer ring and that really bright center, which I'm not crazy about. Here's another one of my favorite flashlights, another Coleman. And it has a much brighter outer, as you can see, and it has a very tight, bright inner spot there also. So let's see what the Duracell here looks like. I'm going to go ahead and dial this to all the way to the wide. And see that inner spot, it's just one bright inner, and it's a pretty clean light like they say, but the other ones were pretty clean too. It's just that they had a very tight spot. Now I can bring this in. It has this focus feature. Where is that? See, you can sort of focus it. And I can bring that spot in where it's similar to the other flashlights, except it doesn't really give you that outer. As a matter of fact, it's not a clean outer. You can see the lines, and they claim that it doesn't have it, so I don't know about that. But it is useful when it's in the widest. I like how it has that wider spotlight. And it's supposed to be 160 lumen. I don't know if it's really all that. I mean, here's the other one that's not 160. I think this is around 100 and something, maybe 135. Let's see, this one only is supposed to be 65. But you can see how tight that spot is, and you can't adjust it. So, if you're looking something with a wider focus of light, this is definitely something you should look at. It's very bright, although the camera really doesn't do it justice. Now I have some issues with this flashlight out of the box here. Let me show you something. See this? You know, that quality, I mean, it's nice and tight here, it's tight here, and then when you get out to the end, it almost has a little bit of a rattle. So the build quality there is iffy. The rest of it feels good. I mean, it's all aluminum, made pretty good. Well, I really like the way the light comes out of this flashlight compared to other flashlights. However, for $30, I'm questioning whether or not it's really worth the extra couple of bucks. I mean, it is a 160 lumen flashlight, so it's in the right price range and everything, but I would have liked to have gotten rid of the copper cap here, and I would have liked to have had a clipper or just a different shape so this thing wouldn't roll off the table, and I would have liked it if the build quality was just a little bit better there. But you know, if those things were fixed, this is definitely worth $30, and who knows, I mean, I would feel pretty good at my purchase if it didn't do this little shaky thing here. And I could always paint that tail cap, so who cares. And I could even get some sort of clip and make it so it doesn't roll, so it could be self-repaired. But out of the box, Duracell, you can fix this and make it a great flashlight instead of just a good flashlight. So I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Because of the build quality, actually I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. And don't forget, I have a contest going on, so I will provide the link below. Check it out. And if you're doing this video after the contest, the link will not be below. So, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. Thank you, friends, viewers, subscribers. Thank you for those who have served in the military and are serving in the military, firemen, policemen, and you civil servants. Have a great evening.